Olá.
Hello, sunflowers, all the light in the world, the peace and blessing of Saint Sarah, and all of us Romani people. Look here, I am your Romani light worker this Thursday, April 16, 2026, bringing you the predictions you asked for. So, have you already hit the like button? Have you already left a comment here with what you want for the next videos? You know, the channel is yours, it's ours. The most requested, most liked comments go on air unless they're too spicy and could compromise our channel, right? Either because of YouTube's algorithm or even because of this freedom of expression we have in this country, right? I'm speeding up, obviously. So these topics go to Club dos Girassoi, where I make impactful predictions, jaw-dropping predictions, gypsy readings without censorship, no holding back. Please understand, it's not a membership, okay? Club dos Girassoi is a different platform. And you can only access this other platform through the blue link in the first pinned comment here or in the information box of this video. You click and you'll be directed there. You pay a small amount because there I pay for the platform and you'll have access to exclusive predictions never made by any other psychic in the world. So join Club dos Girassóis and stay ahead of predictions in Brazil and around the world. And thank you to each one of you. Allow me to enter your home for trusting the gypsy, for helping this channel grow every day, reaching more and more people with truth in the light, true and accurate predictions, and the fifth dimension. Okay? Well, let's go. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe, activate the notification bell, and feel very welcome because we are people of light here. Do you want to know about this discrepancy, this disagreement? This tension, this misunderstanding between the Pope, Leo XIV, and Donald Trump? That's not good, is it? Could this affect us? Yeah, let's see, because we're talking about two men who are considered, well, not just considered. The Pope is respected by the whole world, isn't he? Yeah, he has always been respected. And Donald Trump is the so-called most powerful man on earth. On earth? I'm not saying Jesus Christ is our savior, right? Yeah, because I say here, the most powerful man is Jesus. But Jesus isn't incarnate on earth. He hasn't come back yet to save you. So understand that if Donald Trump wants to rule over you, over the world, he will, right? Do you understand? I say this because there are people who come here and make some comments that I just say, look, breathe, gypsy, breathe. But anyway, I don't channel their energy because I can't channel two energies from the world at the same time. So I channel the energy of this disagreement to see if we could be harmed by it because it seems like Donald Trump is still there needling the Pope, right? He didn't like it, did he? He didn't like it. I even understand the Pope's opposition because the Pope is a religious figure, a religious leader, and obviously he has to preach peace in the world, right? And Donald Trump wants peace, but in a trickier way. Trickier, yeah, I'm not here to judge either one. I'm here to make a prediction. But according to Kabbalistic numerology, let's see, Pope Leo XIV, he was born on September 14, 1955. So he is in personal year, let me check. He is in personal year 5, according to Kabbalistic numerology. Personal year 5 is a year of changes. And these changes can be positive or not so positive, but it's a very hectic year. It's a year when he needs to slow down some actions because it's a year meant for changes, which can be positive or negative for the person, depending on their actions. But from now on, since his birthday was in September, starting now in September, he will enter personal year 6, which is a year of harmony, of balance, to slow down, considering that personal year 5 is, as I mentioned, a very hectic year. But what worries me is that starting in September 2026, the Pope will enter personal year 7, which is a spiritual year. It's a heavier year, so he may have complications. I'm speaking from a Kabbalistic numerology perspective. Now, Donald Trump, who was born on June 14, 1946, let me see. He is in the personal year, is that right? Let me do it again. Did Donald Trump's mother register his birth on the correct day? Because according to Kabbalistic numerology, Donald Trump is in personal year 2. That's right. And personal year 2 is a year for you to seek partnerships. It's a year when you have to go slowly, be patient, and that's not what Donald Trump is doing. And look, since his birthday is in June, look at this. Starting in June this year, he will enter personal year 6-3. And what about personal year 3? Within Kabbalistic numerology, no one can stop him. No one can hold this man back. So what will happen starting in June? It's complicated, right? So in a year when he should be seeking a bit more patience, looking for partnerships and taking things slower, he's going full steam ahead. So how is it going to be starting in June? It's going to be intense, right? No one can hold this man back anymore. That's personal year 3. The paths open up. And you can expect that if we think Donald Trump is going easy now, from June on, going hard, sorry, from June on, you all, we're going to have to fasten our seatbelts because no one will be able to hold this man back. Well, let's go then. I like to use Kabbalistic numerology to calculate people's personal year. When I'm going to make the prediction, because it always matches the cards and our predictions. And it adds a lot, doesn't it? In fact, for those who are part of the Directions Club, only for those who are part of the club. Why? Because I'm going to start off easy, right? So it's going to be a limited number of people. Since I'm going to start giving in-person consultations, which actually won't be just a consultation, it will be a mentorship where I'll analyze the person's signature to see if they're signing it correctly, to have progress, balance, tendencies, and growth. Then bang! I will also analyze the person's personal year in addition to the signature analysis, second Kabbalistic numerology. So it will be a mentorship. I will do it in person in the west zone of São Paulo near the subway. But at first, only people who are part of the Directions Club will be able to schedule appointments, right? So go ahead. There are many advantages for those who are part of the Directions Club. 20% discount on appointments, even online. 20% off on signature analysis, on mandalas of light, on everything that Sagano offers here. So it's really worth it for you to be part of the Directions Club, okay? Well, let's get to our consultation. Let's get to our forecast for today and see whether this disagreement might happen. Shall we? With your permission. I was surprised, to see that Donald Trump is in personal year 2 and now he's going into personal year 3. In personal year 3, no one can hold you back for anything. Your paths open up for you to take action. You have free will to choose what's good and what's bad. Do you understand? But your paths open up for that. As for the Pope, Leo 14, what worries me starts with his birthday, which is in September, but in 2026, not now. That's when his situation could become even more delicate, okay? So let's get started. With your permission, I ask the spirit guides to use me as an instrument through this gypsy deck to bring predictions, revelations, and objective insights about this disagreement between Donald Trump and Pope Leo XIV. This could go on, this could bring difficulties, this could spread. Please use me as an instrument, so it is, so it shall be. Thank God. Yeah, it already froze. The candles aren't giving off black smoke, nor are they weeping, but they're kind of flickering, right? Mine looks cute over there. I'll help now, so this isn't good. I ask the spirit guides to use me as an instrument through this gypsy deck to bring predictions, revelations, and objective insights about the disagreement between Donald Trump and Leo XIII. This could be a problem. Please use me as an instrument, so it is, so it shall be. Thank God, it already froze. Oh, I'm so anxious. I'm not like you guys, really. Well, it's bad, but it could be worse. Really? We're talking about the world's leading religious figure. For example, Roma people like me don't have a religion. Many people confuse that, right? Roma is a people, okay? Roma is a people. And we don't have a religion. There are Roma people who practice Umbanda or Candomblé, or are evangelicals or Catholics, yes, okay? Or Roma people who marry Catholics or evangelicals. The sky is my roof, the earth is my homeland, and freedom is my religion. This is our Roma motto, which I even have tattooed on my arm. And for those who don't know, I'm the daughter of a Roma mother of Spanish lineage and the daughter of a hippie father, right? So I was raised with both customs. I'm speaking for myself. I don't have a religion, but here on our channel, we have people from all religions, even evangelicals. Actually, I say this proudly because I'm the only psychic in Brazil. I can't say in the world because I don't know all the psychics in the world, who has followers, clients, and people on my channel who respect me, follow me daily, and are evangelicals. And I'm very grateful for that because we're here to evolve. We're here for genuine predictions. Here we put God, our creator, our master Jesus first. So I have respect and admiration for these people. And we have people from all religions. Candomblé practitioners, evangelicals, Catholics, Messianics, Buddhists, Jews, people from all religions. And I am very grateful for each one of you who respect me and trust in the Gypsy. Truly my eternal gratitude. So I speak for myself. Even people who aren't Catholic, they respect the Pope because he is the greatest religious leader in the world. Just like we know the power that Donald Trump has as the President of the United States. So this discrepancy, this disagreement, this tension between the two is not good for us. Everything always falls on the weaker side, always ends up paying the price. But I'm not exactly hearing, of course, this conflict isn't, well, it's not really a conflict, right? It wouldn't be a conflict. It would be a misunderstanding. This isn't good, okay? The House of Clouds, then, is causing some worldwide unease. Donald Trump also doesn't mince words. I think that even though he's the most powerful man on earth, he has to respect the Pope because he is the most respected religious leader. So I think he should take it a little easier. That's what I'm seeing in the cards. It's my mentor speaking, not me, okay? I'm just passing it on to you here. The Fox House indicates patience, prudence. Take it easy with your words, right, Donald Trump? Because he doesn't hold his tongue, right? He really doesn't. So this can cause some discomfort, even more discomfort. However, the Pope is a very intelligent man, okay? And he knows about Donald Trump's position. See here? I have the House 35 of the Anchor, which means a man who has power anchored over the world, and confirming that it is Donald Trump. And he knows that Donald Trump it won't be his words that will make Donald Trump stop doing what he has to do. Is it heavy? Way too much. And of course, okay, Pope Leo XIII knows the Wheel of Fortune. 10th house, 9th house. House 19 of Tui, which is the worst house I have in my deck. Pope Leo XIV, he has a sensitivity. He is a very spiritually evolved man. I've already made a prediction about him, right? He is an extremely evolved man. And of course, he has premonitions. He has this spiritual sensitivity, and he knows that Donald Trump is going to be really tough. That's what I told you. Donald Trump enters his personal year 3 this June. If you think he's tough now, that's just a preview. There's much more ahead. I've already made a prediction about Donald Trump. Look, the Tower House means destruction. So something is coming. And the Pope knows that spiritually this isn't good, the House of the Moon. So, of course, he tries through his speeches, House of the Sun, House of Alliances, to try to bring harmony. Because the Pope, as evolved as he is, he knows, he feels that things are going to go wrong. that things are going to go really wrong. This conflict between Donald Trump, the United States, and Iran. So he also knows, as the evolved man that he is, that Donald Trump has the power of free will, of choice, of not being so harsh. I made a prediction about this war. Just click, okay? It's in the videos. So the Pope tried, through his statements, to make Donald Trump back down a little so things wouldn't get too bad. In other words, an alliance to make an agreement with Iran and not destroy Iran, the Iranian regime. The Pope already knows what's going to happen. You got it, right? But like what I see the House of Fruits here. Okay? Again, the new house that was here, House 37, House 30. These houses, they have to do with a certain balance. On Donald Trump's part, not at all. Don't expect Donald Trump to back down, to mince words, or to show respect to the Pope. Who will actually back down out of intelligence and foresight? I've already done my part. We want peace in the world. I've already given my word. Or my words. He chooses whichever path he wants. Through his own free will. There are things we can't change, right? So the Pope, let's say, I see that he'll act with the emotional and spiritual intelligence he has. Because Donald Trump, despite being the most powerful man in the world, if there's one thing he needs to work on, it's emotional intelligence. Because Donald Trump, everything affects his ego. He also makes decisions based on his ego, also based on impulsiveness. In his personal life and as a global leader, let's use that term. The Pope, on the other hand, doesn't. He has that spiritual and emotional intelligence, that balance. So he knows when to stop. So I don't see this disagreement between them growing to the point of having any impact on the world. People will realize that the Pope is not going to back down. The Pope will keep to himself. Because you don't strike while the iron is cold. We are just like you. Whether you do an in-person mentorship with me, come to São Paulo, or schedule a consultation, you can do it through this WhatsApp here on the cover photo, to schedule an online consultation with me. I will give it to you. I will identify the tendencies and give you the best path to follow. You will choose. The Pope did this, so the Pope will arrive at this moment. At this point, this misunderstanding here. For Earth, it is represented by the woman, the house of the stars. It won't affect us, don't worry. Very soon, the Pope will ignore Donald Trump's comments and opinions, who often acts emotionally. That's what I said. Even if he doesn't agree, he has to understand that the Pope is a religious leader, and as such, he has to value and preach peace in the world. Okay? So, Donald Trump has to respect that, but he won't. So the Pope himself, gold house and coffin. 8, closure. End of one cycle for the beginning of another. It has nothing to do with physical death. Donald Trump is not going to kill the Pope. That's not it, okay? Tá? O que eu quero dizer aqui é que this misunderstanding, it soon will even forget about it. Because the Pope, as the intelligent and evolved man he is, will say, all right, go ahead, keep making your comments. I'm going to ignore it. And then Donald Trump ends up stopping. That's why. Because if the Pope weren't a religious leader and didn't act that way, this would go on and blow up. In the same way that it's going to blow up, and I've already predicted it, and there will be a blow up very soon between Donald Trump and Iran. And we're in the middle of this crossfire, okay? That's what it's about. Well, those were our predictions for today. Don't forget, please leave your like. You get benefits when you leave your like because you're notified when new videos from Cigana arrive. This channel here is the biggest and most complete channel on esoteric sciences in Brazil. Here we have exclusive predictions about Brazil and the world. Free predictions for you. We have spiritual approaches. We solve cases through the Esfera de Luz anyway. So you can't miss it. And when you click the like button, you get notified when there are new videos, okay? And also leave your suggestions here, if possible, for tomorrow's video. Do you want a free reading for yourself? Or do you want a specific case or a spiritual topic? Let me know. Tomorrow, the most liked and requested comment today will be featured. All right, I leave you all with my gypsy blessing, the protection of Saint Sarah, our mother, our patroness. May she cover each one of you with her mantle. May our Almighty Father in heaven and our Master Jesus be present in your home, in your life, in your heart, and in your actions. See you tomorrow. If our Father in heaven allows it, may Sarah bless us. Stay in the light, my sunflowers, let light shine. Kiss from the gypsy. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Watcha! Sunflower, haven't you joined the Club dos Girasoles yet? You're missing out. There I make exclusive predictions that will knock you off your chair. Yeah, really hot ones. Everyone who subscribes to the Club dos Girasoles gets a 20% discount on everything the fortune teller offers. 20% off on consultations and yes, priority scheduling. 20% off on signature analysis, on light mandalas, and you get access to another ritual that I only do for those who are part of the Club dos Girasoles. No censorship, no ads, and you really do stay ahead with predictions about Brazil and the world. So I'll be waiting for you at the Club dos Girasoles, and you really will be surprised.
Yes.